Step 4 in learning QA automation. Becoming a QA automation engineer, I created an 8-step process, actionable process, and at number 4 is SQL. You have to learn databases. Now, the thing about number 4 is SQL, you can learn it at any time because there's no prerequisite. Anyone at any time can learn SQL because it doesn't depend on previous knowledge. Its databases are its own thing, its own language, its own setup. So you can learn it at any time before step 4. I don't recommend learning it after step 4 because step 5 is learning APIs, doing API testing, and knowing databases help when you're learning API testing. So SQL is the language of the database. It stands for Structured Query Language. You use it to query databases. Any application that you test, where most applications that you test, the data is stored in the database. So when you're testing the application, making sure it works, you do have to interact with the database. You have to say, hey, create a user. Then you have to go to the database and say, hey, did the user get created, right? That's one of the most simplest examples. A lot of backend that don't even have a front end, that just works in the database, works in the backend. So you got to go test the backend. So you got to learn how to read and write data from the database. Now, SQL can be really, really complicated, or it can be really, really small, like a matter of one line, right? For us, thankfully, we don't need something super fancy. We just need the basics. If you understand the basics, you're good enough as QA engineer, even manual tester or automation engineer. Whenever you need something super fancy, super complicated, one, you have experts. Whatever company you work for, there will be DBA. Their job is specifically just working with SQL, so they will help you. Two, nowadays you have AI. So anything complicated, AI is going to do it for you. So don't get intimidated. Go start learning it. Take an SQL course. You can take my course. You can take any course on Udemy. You can take any course on YouTube. SQL is really basic, and just get it out of the way. By then, you are at step 4. You're almost there to be full-on automation engineer. The only thing you got to do is learn API testing, which I'm going to talk about in the next video. And if you do want somebody to hold your hand and help you become a QA automation engineer or SDET, hit me up. Check out my website. I do have one-on-one coaching. I also have self-paced courses and community and all of that. Everything you need to become an engineer and change your career, I got you. Just check out my website, check out what I have to offer, and we can talk from there.